What's up, everybody? I want to talk about a couple of different things in this video, and gonna try to move it along here and jump right into it. For one thing, I finally got my Legion of Collectors Women of DC box, and it turns out that I really should have had this box at least 8 days ago. For some reason, usually the post office, the post office, they would just leave the box like on my back porch or on my side porch, just wherever. They would leave it outside of my house, which I'm fine with. I've never had an issue with anybody messing with anything that's been delivered to my house. So for some reason though, they decided to leave it at the post office. So I got a notice in my box today at home saying that, I needed to go get the box or it would be returned sometime next week. And I'm like, what in the world is going on with that? But, I didn't complain. I just went and picked it up. So I know by now most of you have seen this box. I'm just going to quickly open it up and share my thoughts about the items just very quickly here. Of course, I do like the artwork that they have inside here. And it really makes me want them to, do a lot more of these characters. DC has some great characters, especially female characters. And I think in a lot of ways, DC represents their female heroes even better than Marvel does. And it's kind of a shame that as long as Marvel has been making movies, DC is gonna beat them to the punch with having a female lead superhero, in a solo movie. Okay, so I'm getting out the pen here first, which of course I do love this pen because it is Harley Quinn. So, of course, big Harley Quinn fan, so I definitely do like that pen there. It does have the Legion of Collectors on it, which I'm fine with. That's okay for this. The patch here, Batgirl patch, I'm not going to take it out of the plastic right now, but I always like these patches. The coloring is really nice on them, really well crafted. So, again, cool with that. I wouldn't say like the biggest Batgirl fan, but, she's cool overall. And let me show you all something here real quick, because this is something else I wanted to share in this video. With these patches and pins, I was trying to figure out what to do with them. I've seen some people that they take them and they might put them on like a jacket or a lampshade, or I know I saw somebody else recently in the Facebook group. They had them on a cork. They had the pins up on a cork board, and those are all cool ideas. But I decided that I want to go with the shadow box because it was suggested to me by a friend, and this friend actually made one for me. So check this out. This is my first shadow box here, made by a friend of mine, and she is gonna do another one for me when I get enough pins and patches to do another one. So just real quick, just running through, you see this is pretty much mostly from the Funko boxes, the Legion of Collectors and the Collector Core, and then there are some other items in here, like some got some buttons here that were sent to me. Well, I think these two were sent to me by Michael Crowthers. I want to say this one here may have come from somewhere else. I actually can't remember 100% for sure. There's one little Loot Crate pin in there. I do like the zombified Loot Crate pin that came in, I think that was February's Loot Crate, because I only had Loot Crate for 2 months. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that this looks, and you all let me know what you think about it. I think this is pretty cool, and I'm definitely ready to find a spot for it on my wall. So yeah, that's my first shadow box. And I'm definitely looking forward to having another one made as well. Okay, so getting back into this Legion of Collectors box. Of course, I already know what's inside of here. I didn't worry about being spoiled on it or anything. I'll just go ahead and watch. Okay, so they got the card here, and I'm going to talk about this in a couple minutes here. I really want to talk about my thoughts on the Batman Villains box, which is coming up in November. And yeah, you see who they got there featured on the box. The Joker, of course, will have to be represented in some way. Okay, now I'm about to pull out the shirt, and I'm gonna say this. People that know me, they know, I like Harley Quinn, so of course I'm hoping for the villain shirt. You can get the villain shirt or the hero shirt, so fingers crossed. I really want the villain shirt, and let's see which one I got here. And of course, the finger crossing did nothing. Okay, so there is the hero shirt with Wonder Woman, Batgirl, and then Supergirl over there. But it's okay because I actually already know somebody that I can trade shirts with. So it's all good, And this is not a bad shirt at all. In fact, I actually really like this might sound odd to some people, but this color gray, I really do like it. It looks cool to me, and I like that stamp style that they did with the characters there. So it's not a bad shirt at all, but I would prefer the villains. And by the way, I've talked about this before with Funko shirts. I think that they tend to do these muted colors when they have female characters on the shirts, just because they're worried about men not wanting to wear them. And yeah, that's kind of a ridiculous view, but to me, I think that's a pretty legitimate hypothesis there, just because think about it. They went with subdued colors with these shirts, and then also when they had the Women of Power box in the collector core, and they had that Spider-Gwen shirt, they did the same thing. Most of their other shirts have been pretty colorful, but it seems like when they just have female characters, that's when they subdue the colors. And I think they really need to get past that and stop assuming that, you know, people won't wear, or that men won't wear shirts that are bright and colorful featuring female characters. Okay, so the comic book, definitely like the artwork here. And it's a Batgirl comic. I don't think I've ever actually read a Batgirl standalone comic before, so I'll definitely check that out. But the artwork here is great. I really do like that. Sometimes I almost wish that something Funko would do is, you know, sometimes when you get a comic book, they'll have the cover, and then they'll have like a print of the cover on top of the actual cover, and it's the same artwork. But that way you can take off the print on the front and display it if you want to. I really think that's something they should consider doing, especially when they do this pop style artwork. I think that'd be really cool. That way, you know, if you want to display the artwork, you can, and you don't have to ruin the comic, you know. So next item in here, which I'm actually, I kind of did I did a video a while back, and I was talking about the possibilities for this box. I honestly did not think they would do a Wonder Woman item. Like, I figured she would be possibly on the shirt, you know, maybe on the comic. I didn't really think they would do an item like this though, but in a way I'm glad they did, just because the Pop Invisible Jet is huge, and I just don't have the space to display that anywhere. I mean, it's cool that they made it, but I just really don't have a spot to display that. But this one here, you know, I do like it, although I'm noticing something now. Why is there no hook here at the top where I can, you know, hang this on the wall? So I'm disappointed by that. I didn't notice that before when I was looking at other unboxings. There's no hook up here. So I don't know, I have to find a way to, because I really want to display this on the wall, but I don't know, it may have to go on a shelf. But for me, you know, it's nice that I have Wonder Woman in the Invisible Jet now, and you know, it doesn't take up a ton of space. I gotta say though, this Wonder Woman, maybe it's just me, but when you look at her really close, kind of awkward looking. Not exactly, you know, on point with that image there. She's kind of funny looking up close. I don't know. Might be a little too butch looking there or something. I don't know. Just, it looks weird. But I'm going to actually leave this in the packaging because I like the packaging. I don't think that sticker is in the best spot. But, you know, that's kind of quibbling there. Not a big deal. And then, of course, the hot ticket item in the box is the Hulk Girl Pop. Now, when I did that video kind of speculating what could be in this box, I brought up a lot of different possibilities actually. And this one, you know, I thought Hulk Girl, you know, could be a possibility, especially as it got closer to the release. And they dropped these hints, and a lot of times they're not so subtle. So the last hint that they dropped made it pretty obvious that it was going to be Hulk Girl. And I am glad to know that there is the Hulk Girl from the Legends of Tomorrow as well, which is going to come out along with the New York City Comic Con. And I'm pretty sure that'll be available, you know, other places as well. I think I'd actually prefer that one over this one. I mean, this one is cool, but I'm looking at it, and, you know, those of you that have this box, let me know how's the paint job on yours, because I'm looking, and I'm not going to take this out of the box right now. But even, I mean, with it in the box, I can see some paint flaws, like the boot. The yellow of the boot is kind of spread up a little bit there. The trim, where the yellow shirt like meets, well, I guess it's like her belt where it meets along with the red is not perfect there either. Even here on her, I guess you would call this a cowl or whatever it is. You can see it's definitely not a perfect line there. It looks just a little bit sloppy. I mean, overall, it's not too bad. So I'm not really complaining too much there. I mean, overall, it's not too bad. It's kind of weird here that they just added Hawk Girl on to this older line here. Okay, I don't quite understand that, but it's all good though. That's not a big deal. So overall, I think it's a cool pop, and of course, the wings are one of the greatest features of this pop. Like I said, I'm not going to take it out because I know a lot of people have seen this by now. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this box overall. I think they did a pretty good job. I am going to say, though, the Legion of Collectors, I do think they need to start doing some things maybe a little different. And really, it's really one thing that I want them to do different. And I'll get into that as I talk about my thoughts on what they could do with the Batman Villains box. As a matter of fact, let's go and discuss that right now. And I want to start off by addressing one of my favorite characters here, Harley Quinn. On the screen here, you see a figure pictured there, and that's actually a 10-inch Harley Quinn figure that's on the way. It's coming along. I don't know when it's actually going to release, but it's supposed to be sometime soon. I'm definitely interested in it. I know it's probably going to be kind of pricey. In fact, I think I saw it listed at around, I want to say like $70 or $80. I'll have to get a good look at the figure before I put down that much on a single figure, but a 10-inch figure, of course, you would expect to pay a good amount of money for that, so I'll just have to get a good look at it if that is the actual price. But yeah, they got that figure on the way, and Harley Quinn has been represented a lot recently. She's very popular, especially with the Suicide Squad movie, and obviously I'm a big fan here. This is my sort of updated Harley Quinn corner. You see that I have more artwork up there, and these prints here I got from Funko J as a part of our trade box, which if you haven't checked out, and that's separate though, that's from Bandbox, and this one as well is from Bandbox. But yeah, these prints here, and there is a third one that I have somewhere else. Yeah, these came from a trade with Funko J, so do check those videos out if you didn't do so. But yeah, this is my Harley Quinn corner here, and the point I really want to make is that at this point, Harley Quinn is really not a Batman villain anymore. She's more of an anti-hero. So even though I'm a big fan of the character, I don't think she needs to be represented in the Batman Villains box. And even the Joker as well. In fact, let me kind of go on over here. Okay, you see that image there, another print from Funko J of Harley Quinn and the Joker. They just released the image of the Killing Joke Joker, which I'm so glad they've actually made that pop. I definitely want to get that one. And again, that's revealed as a New York City Comic Con exclusive, but of course, we know that's going to be available other places. So the Joker, I think he should be limited with his representation in the box as well, because they already got more pops of him on the way. They have the Killing Joke Joker, and then they have the one of him from Suicide Squad where he's taking some damage, and that's actually from a deleted scene where apparently he got hurt in the explosion or whatever when I guess, spoiler alert, when the helicopter went down. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just making that point that the Joker, Harley Quinn, I don't think they need strong representation within this box, but we know sometimes that Funko plays it a little bit safe. So if they play it safe, we may end up with maybe another version of Joker. I just can't imagine them doing Harley Quinn in the box though, because like I said, she is more of an anti-hero now. And what I mean by anti-hero is she's trying to be helpful, and she is in some ways, but then at sometimes she does kind of stumble because she's still Harley Quinn, but yeah, she's trying to be a hero, and she's even teamed up with heroes like Wonder Woman and Green Lantern. So let me go ahead and move on to the villains I would like to see in the box. So as far as Funko products go, they did make a Scarecrow Dorbs. There's also a Scarecrow Pop, which is, the look of it is inspired by his appearance in Batman the Arkham Knight game. So that's, it's a decent pop. I'm fine with the design of it and everything. Even though, as somebody that was in the military and actually wore a gas mask before, I know that his gas mask really doesn't make sense because, he has his mouth right there. So that gas mask really wouldn't protect anything. That's just me quibbling, I guess, a little bit, like being kind of picky about the design there. And then from the Arkham mystery minis, they did have a Scarecrow there as well, and I'm just realizing I actually never tracked that one down, which is kind of unfortunate, but you know, it's all good. So yeah, they've represented Scarecrow some through Funko products, but I think they still could do a version that is truer to the comics. So I really like Scarecrow, even though I feel like his story arcs could be stronger, and I think they could do a lot more interesting with the character. In fact, the most interesting I think the character has ever been probably was in the first Arkham game, Arkham Asylum, the video game. I think yeah, Scarecrow was very cool in that game, just the way they implemented him into the story. But beyond that, there haven't really been Scarecrow stories that stood out to me. I did like Cillian Murphy, the way that he played the character in the Dark Knight trilogy. But there again, I think they could have pushed the character maybe a little bit more. So yeah, I really would like to see a more comic book accurate version of the Scarecrow represented. And I really do love this cover here. It's sort of a 3D cover that I got a couple years ago. And unfortunately though, the actual story is not that great. I mean, like I said, to me, DC kind of drops the ball when it comes to actually making good use of Scarecrow. So this is not a great story, but you know, it is a great cover. So just on a personal level, yeah, I definitely would like to see them do a more comic book accurate version of Scarecrow. Do I think that's gonna happen? No, that's a long shot, but that's just something on a personal level I would like to see. Another character I think would make a really cool pop is and this is Batman Haunted Knight. This is a pretty cool graphic novel. It actually has 3 separate stories in it. And they have a story featuring Mad Hatter, Joker, and Scarecrow. And I really like those designs there. That's very cool. So Haunted Knight, this is of course very Halloween focused. You see the coloring here, the black and orange. That's just a great cover there. But the character I'd like to see also as a pop figure is actually Mad Hatter. I'm actually a big fan of Mad Hatter as well. And I like the rhyming that he does when he speaks. It's just, and I like the original character too from Alice in Wonderland. So I'm trying to find some good artwork here of Mad Hatter. But yeah, I really do like the character. In fact, there he is. And at this point in that story, he's actually I want to say that's Commissioner Gordon's daughter. So or it may have not been. I know that Commissioner Gordon was trying to rescue it. It's been so long since I read this, but you see Commissioner Gordon breaking through the glass there trying to rescue his girl, but I want to say that was his daughter there. Yeah, it is Gordon's daughter. It says it. So yeah, I like the Mad Hatter, and I really liked him when he was in Secret Six. The Secret Six series, I really did enjoy these comics. I didn't quite finish it out. The last 2 volumes, collected editions, I didn't get to them, so I still need to go back and finish those. But the Mad Hatter was featured in one story arc, and he was really good in it. So and let me find this image. There's a really disturbing image here of the Mad Hatter. And you see he's saying there, I'm throwing my hat in. So that crazy image of him, yeah, I really like that. And yeah, just with around this time of year with Halloween, I mean, I know this box comes out in November, but you know, it's Halloween, it's fall time, and things get a little bleaker outside, you know, so it's kind of an eerie time of the year in a way. I think it would be very cool to have both Scarecrow and Mad Hatter as pop figures. And that's what I really want to point out about the Legion of Collectors box. We haven't had 2 pops yet. And I mean, they've done that before with the Collector Core. They've done it with Star Wars. In fact, they've done it multiple times with the Smuggler's Bounty box. So it's like, why haven't they done that yet with the Legion of Collectors? At least I can't recall that happening. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me, but they've only had a couple of boxes so far. Now, we have had 2 figures. We've had a pop, and then we've had a Rock Candy figure, but we haven't actually had 2 pops from what I remember. So I think this would be a good time to give us 2 pop figures. So again, just on a personal level, I would like to see the Mad Hatter and Scarecrow together. You know, I would really enjoy that. And let me put this cover up here again. I would really enjoy that. But I don't know if they're going to go that route. And if they go with some other options, I think a comic book version of Bane would make people happy. It would make me happy as well. I'd be on board with that. And, you know, especially since the original, well, the Bane that they did from the Dark Knight trilogy, you know, from Dark Knight Rises, that one is, the price is way up there on that. I still see people selling that at $70, which I'm not gonna pay, you know. So yeah, if they did a comic book version of Bane, I would be on board with that. And I think that actually could be a strong possibility. But like I said, I don't think they should include Harley Quinn. I don't really feel that another version of Joker is 100% necessary. But if they do the Joker, I think they should go with maybe the Killing Joke, where he has, you know, just the purple coat on and the hat and everything. And let me see if I have it on hand real quick. So this is the costume I was referring to. If they gave us the Joker still wearing that hat, but with the purple gloves on, of course, and I think even when he has on the tourist shirt, he still has the gloves on. But the purple trench coat would be the main thing that would set it apart. That could look pretty good as a pop figure. So yeah, if they gave us that, I'd be on board with that. You know, I would definitely be cool with that. And yeah, the Joker obviously is going to have big representation within the box because he is Batman's #1 villain and arguably the most popular villain ever in comics. And I'm grabbing the card here. So you know, the other characters they have here, like I said, Bane, a comic book version of Bane would be cool. Riddler, I don't think they really need to do another Riddler maybe at this point. Maybe if he's featured in some other way, like if there's a movie that comes out, another movie that comes out that features Riddler heavily, and I mean heavily, not just like a little side character. Like he was in the Assault on Arkham movie, but not really a major role though. So if he's a major player in something else, then maybe they should do another Riddler pop. But right now, I don't really think so. Same thing kind of goes for Penguin in my opinion. And although Two-Face, I gotta say, but I think there actually is a Two-Face already coming out, because they are going to do keep this in mind, people. They are going to do more pop figures based on Batman the Animated Series. So some of these characters will be represented when those pops come along. And Two-Face, I believe, is going to be one of them. And I really would like to see that version of Two-Face where he has the black and white suit. I really like that design of the character. I mean, you know, especially from the animated series, I just really love that design. So Penguin, I can't remember if he was listed or not, but he may be represented there as well. So I would just like to see something more interesting for this box, not something that's so what's expected, you know. So hopefully they may take a little bit of risk with what they put in the box. Now, before I wrap things up here, I do want to ease the mind of 2 of my subscribers, because I did get their entries in for my giveaway, which I am going to do the drawing this Saturday. So let's go and check out this postcard here. New York Statue of Liberty. This is pretty cool. It actually has, you know, these different facts about the Statue of Liberty. So that's pretty cool there. And this one came from Henderson. And his last name, I'm not sure if I could pronounce it perfectly, so I'm not going to butcher his name. I'll just say Henderson. And let me read this here for you all. It says, "Hey FM, I hope this finds you in good spirits. Finally getting this to you, as it took me forever to find a store that sold postcards. Well, here's my entry, and I'm loving your videos. Thanks, and have a blessed day, Henderson." So, yep, Henderson, you're good to go. You got it in on time. So you will be in the drawing, and I hope you got your extra entries in as well. And then I actually got this in today. This came in today, so check it out right away. Definitely a subscriber that knows me. And you see it says there, "Where is my pudding?" It has a Suicide Squad up there, the Harley Quinn diamonds and everything. Ha ha ha. That's just, it's all so me. So yeah, very cool. And this actually came from Frederico. And again, last name, I'm not even gonna butcher his last name. I don't know how to say it perfectly. But I actually haven't, even though I opened up the envelope, I didn't actually look to see what's inside yet. So let's go ahead and find out together what exactly is in here. Okay, I'm seeing some more artwork here. Okay, yeah, we got artwork. Yeah, another Harley Quinn. Definitely gonna put this on my wall, and I will wait till after the drawing. I got a lot of stuff now that I want to display on my wall, where I keep the letters and artwork that you all send me. Some of it though I've been keeping together just because I wanted to have it all together for the drawing. Okay, so it says to Franklyn McInnis. Looks like something else is there, but to Yeah, to Franklyn McInnis, enjoy the drawing, and thanks for entering me in the giveaway. Thanks once again. Until next time, peace and soul, Frederico. So yeah, I like that. So Frederico, you're good to go. And again, I hope you got your extra entries in for the giveaway as well to increase your odds there. So yeah, big shout out to Henderson and Frederico. You know, they got in under the wire, so they're good to go for the drawing this Saturday. And I'm not really revealing what's going to be, or I may Saturday, I may for the video that I put up, I may reveal at least one item that's going to be in that box. And then, like I said, I'm going to talk to the person that wins to find out what other things they're into, so I can add some more items into that box. And remember, if you win, I do expect you to do an unboxing video. You don't have to show your face. You know, I don't always show my face in my videos, so but I do want you to do an unboxing video and let people check out what I sent your way. So I am looking forward to doing that drawing, and I'm definitely looking forward to that Batman Villains box. Again, you all let me know what would you like to see in that box, and also if you got the Women of DC box. A lot of you that are YouTubers, I've seen your videos, but if you're not a YouTuber, or if you think I may have missed your video, just let me know, what did you think about the Women of DC box. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty happy with it overall. So thank you if you stuck with me all the way through this video. I really do appreciate that, as always. And you all take care. Till next time.